So I got all these skill points, but I don't have any skills to assign them to. I still have melodious voice, but like that's literally the only skill that I have. What kind of evidence do we have? With 16 truth bullets. Well, we have the Monokuma file. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the second floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. Although Chihiro wanted to get stronger, she declined several invitations from Sakura and Aoi and may have used the locker room late at night to avoid them. Despite this, Chihiro had stated that she desired help with her efforts. She may have been meeting someone in the locker room the night she was murdered. She might have been meeting someone every night when she went to work out. Dumbbell. The dumbbell found on the floor of the girls' locker room has a significant amount of blood on it. This is the suspected murder weapon. Chihiro had told anyone willing to listen that she wanted to get stronger. Some assume that due to her inferiority complex about being weak, she admired strength more than anything else. To unlock a locker room, you need to swipe your e-handbook over the card reader. You need a male student's handbook for the boys' locker room and a female student's for the girls. It is not possible for two people to enter at the same time. Additionally, lending someone your handbook is a violation of school rules. However, we learned that borrowing one is not. The handbook of each student that has died is placed in the mailbox in the main hall. One of the handbooks found in the main hall had been broken, which is apparently a rare occurrence. Junko and Sayaka's handbooks both seem to still work, so it is assumed that the broken handbook is Leon's. However, Monokuma claims it's very unlikely that Leon's handbook would have been broken. Now, they speculated that Leon's handbook broke during his execution, but Monokuma said that it can withstand a lot of force, so that's impossible. Next, suspected genocide jack victims include Ken Harada, Tatsuhiro Honda, and Shoji Gaku, among countless others. They were killed in the same way and mounted to a nearby wall. The word bloodlust was found at the scene of each crime, written in blood. Profiling indicates the killer is likely a student suffering from a split personality. Byakuya believes that one of us is Genocide Jack. Chihiro seems to have consciously kept her distance from the other girls at the school, even from the beginning. Meanwhile, it had been noticed that she got along remarkably well with her male classmates. The carpet in the boys' locker room was found with a blackish stain on it. The blood was found on the poster in the girls' locker room. The poster featured a big-breasted supermodel popular among young boys. Meanwhile, the poster in the boys' locker room was for a boy band popular with teenage girls. Now, the first time that we went into the boys' locker room, the swimsuit poster was in the boys' locker room. So those, I can say for sure right now, they were swapped. Why? I don't remember / I cannot tell. Chihiro's handbook was not found on her corpse and has apparently gone missing. We still haven't found it. Chihiro's body had been suspended and her hands had been bound with some kind of rope. Her fatal injury was a blow to the head. And we determined that the rope was actually an extension cable because it had prongs at one end. Sakura mentioned that she was responsible for a coffee stain on the girls' locker room floor. However, the stain had since been inexplicably scrubbed away. Byakuya was known to use this lamp often. However, the extension cord had gone missing at some point, and the lamp's cord couldn't quite reach the outlet. On the night of the murder, right before nighttime, Chihiro was spotted leaving the warehouse. It seems she was stuffing some blue exercise clothes into a duffel bag. Presumably, she was on her way to exercise, but the clothes were not found at the crime scene. Celeste had not told anyone other than Makoto about this encounter. So that's all our truth bullets. I just have to remember each title and what the description is. That's the hard part. Finish preparations. I have nothing to prepare.
begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. Hey, hi, Vix! Genocide Jack case file. Well, it's the dumbbell. How do I change bullets?
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
Yes.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
May now.
Interesting. That
Someone
certainly
didn't
would
investigate.
make for a powerful weapon.
Poor Chihiro.
Okay, the contradiction is the iron pipe, because Hiro can't look with his eyes. No, the weapon that was used to kill Chihiro must have been in the locker room. I just have to remember how to shoot.
Chihiro's fatal injury.
No, it's not that button. Okay,
It appears it was a head wound.
X.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
How do I can fast forward, I
bet
think.
it was an iron pipe.
I don't need to. Oh no!
Interesting.
Go back!
That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
How do I fast forward?
Poor Chihiro.
B.
Chihiro's fatal. It appears it was. According to the Monokuma file,
What kind of blunt instrument?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Hey!
Interesting. That
Really?
certainly
Guys?
would make for a powerful weapon.
Poor Chihiro.
Can I say what the
Chihiro's
contradiction
fatal
is,
injury.
please?
It appears it was. According to the Monokuma file,
What kind of blunt instrument could?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Why is it so fast? What is going on right now?
Make for a powerful weapon.
I just want to hit iron pipe.
Chihiro's fatal injury.
Whoops.
It appears it was. According to the Monokuma file,
What kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Hit it! Thank you!
No, that's wrong.
Dang it, Makoto.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
Well, someone agrees.
Looked at her head wound?
Yes?
That's so creepy!
Guys, that's what you do when you investigate a murder.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit.
Already?
Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Someone's jumping to conclusions. Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added to Nonstop Debates. Would you like to hear more? Sure. What new element? For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the A button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease. So take careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh god. What are the chances that Genocide Jack is in the school, though? Quite low. Oh, but if your accent difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. Oh, we're on mean. In which case, you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Well then, good luck and have fun. What a mean coincidence that would be if they were here with us now. I don't even know what to use. The case file? Let's see what they have to say.
The culprit is Genocide Jack.
Seriously?
I'm sure.
Oh, I
Case
get
closed,
seconds for
as far as I'm
shooting
concerned.
these.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Just gonna shoot these.
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
Oh, no proof for it.
Hey, so speaking of Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is.
Well, you see, Hifumi, I have a case file explaining who that is. The evidence that shows Genocide Jack is related to the case. It has to be... What's the case file?
The
just
culprit
gotta
is
change
Genocide Jack. I'm
this.
sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
Oh no! Oh no!
Hey, so
Speaking of genocide, I don't know who that is.
Okay. Okay, it's getting tricky
the
up in
culprit
here.
is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it.
case
Closed, as far as I...
But that's impossible.
Why?
What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
No, it's wrong. I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
I know, I asked the same question.
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now.
My not my suspicion. My theory for why that's in the case files. Oh gosh. Jazz, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How's it going? How are you enjoying your snow day? What was I saying? My theory for why the confidential police case file is in the archives is that there's probably a school alumni working on the case, and that's why it's there. Because like their students are their pride and joy, so I can see how the school would follow their ex-students' every moves. Well, ex-students'. Graduates aren't ex-students'. The proper word is alumni. You have the week off. Oh my gosh. You're laughing at the supervisor passing the snowblower. That's awesome. You have the week off. Anything exciting?
More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Well, I hope you enjoy your week off and that you take it to your advantage to recharge. Other than that, how are you doing?
Oh, that's right. Booblust.
Not boob lust, you fool.
It's
Bloodlust.
actually bloodlust.
Bloodlust. Blood
But
lost.
more important
Lots of blood
is
was
the other
lost.
characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Gonna watch streams and do streams and stuff. Ooh, exciting. What are you going to play?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
What am I telling them? The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know, the positions. How the victim was positioned, where the murder took place, the bloody message left behind.
I got it!
It's the positioning.
Apparently, In every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
What about the people who discover the bodies? Moving on.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
Jumping straight to the accusations. This is fishy. This is Danganronpa. It is a visual novel murder mystery. Right now we're solving a murder of one of our students. Basically, the whole plot of this game is you are 15 students locked at a school, and if you want to graduate or get out, you have to get away with murder. So the murderer, if they can walk away from the trial without being accused of what they did, basically get away with it, they get to leave the school. Everyone else dies. But if they get found out, the murderer dies, and the rest of the student body survives, and they continue with their daily life, rinse and repeat. So this is the second time that we go through this. We're down 3 students out of 15, so we're 12 left. Nope, 11, because there was a murder. So we're trying to find the person who killed Chihiro Fujisaki in the girls' locker room.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
Sounds like a high school version of Clue. Exactly.
You lie!
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why has this gotta be so complicated?
Blood. It's called hemophobia, Aoi. It does seem like a riddle in a way, but I feel like I can just about see it. Genocide Jack is Toko, but isn't Toko. What does it mean? Ah, shoot. Oh, okay. 6 letters. What? I don't know. I don't know what word I'm looking for. Let's just shoot any. No? Oh, okay, S. Oh, schizophrenic. She's schizophrenic. Oh. I was thinking like split personality. Do they? Yeah, they give me letters.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Well, the good thing of what that mini game is, like, you can try any letter that's flying at you and just hope that you get the right one. So that first one kind of gave it away. I'm like, oh, okay. There's an H-I in it, and it starts with an S. And the letters that fly at you are, only those letters are in the word. So, like, get the all my brain age.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
Ooh, he's got a point. The one thing that shows Toko could have a split personality, it has to do with her behavior. Well, she fainted. Her behavior totally changed.
I got it!
She was like,
You're talking about how she started acting totally
laughing and
different than
stopped
usual,
stuttering.
right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I'm fine, I'm fine! Ah! Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? Ah! She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and a back, a top inning and a bottom. I see truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Yeah, the face made it look like she had a stroke.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Okay, she kept saying, I won't let him out, I won't let him out. I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in.
Has massive stroke near dead body. I'm fine, everything's fine.
It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time.
You're just gonna go and tell him this?
And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
Aw.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
This guy's a jerk, by the way. Hi, Kitty. Hi, J-Racer.
This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first.
He's 100% very jerky.
You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
I'm sorry I couldn't keep our promise, but don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
How is it going, J-Racer? Are you also experiencing a snow day?
That's the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
To ash and dust? I guess? Toko's her body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second, boing! She's back up.
Well, hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
What the heck?
Meanwhile, Hifumi's like, can I trade places with someone?
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
Good morning, Catherine. How's it going?
What the is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
I love her laugh. She sounds like Jinx. A little bit. Snow fell for a bit last night, then turned to rain and washed away. It's sunny and clear like nothing happened. I'm jealous right now. It looks like a whiteout outside right now. Oh no, Catherine's still getting lots of snow. Sadness. We had the total opposite. It's still snowing. They're still calling for another like 10 inches.
She's so intense.
Went to bed seeing grass, woke up more colorblind. Yep, that's basically what happened.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
This one's a little crazy.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
Yeah, they were originally saying between last night and whenever the heck the snow is going to stop falling, we can expect 25 to 35 centimeters and some places up to 45 centimeters. I'm like, dude, that's like 1.5 feet in less than 24 hours. Intern texted me at 7 a.m. asking if we're supposed to go in today. I was like, I'm not. Bye. Genocide Jill. What a name. I think that's gotta be like her serial killer name. She's like, yep, I'm adopting that. This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
That's legit what her parents named her. Oh, yeah, who am I to question that?
What's up?
She's insane. Let's put genocide in there after your mother. She's so cute when she's curious. Look at that face.
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Just remove the kiss tongue and then it's adorable.
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone.
So the comments on the side is part of the program that I'm using. So I'm using Streamlabs. I'm going to be transitioning to OBS. But you can put the chat if you're streaming directly from a console as well. Are you streaming directly from your PlayStation? Because I think you can put that when you go share. I used to stream from the PlayStation directly. When you press share, you can choose to put the text box on or off. Who do you think done it? Oh, I know who done it. Sometimes from PS4, but I'm trying to branch to my PC. So you can find that function in whatever software you're using. It was the jerky guy. I know who done it. Everyone right now we're at the point where everyone in the case thinks that it was Genocide Jack. Welcome in, Celeste. How are you doing?
Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us?
Oh, Leon was super, not suspicious. Obvious, yes, obvious in the first chapter, but I chalked that up to being an introductory case. It's just like in Phoenix, right? The first case was super obvious who the actual perpetrator was, but it's just so that the player has an idea of how the mechanics work. So I can't fault it for its obviousness. But the cases do get even more convoluted the further in you go. And that's what I like about the series, because that's what I like about any murder mystery series. It can get progressively harder and make the player think more outside of the box, then it was well written.
If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack.
To be fair, every Phoenix Wright chapter shows you the culprit in a cutscene at the start. That could be chalked up to, there are these, well, it's not unwritten rules, they're actually written somewhere. There is a rule when writing a mystery that the culprit has to be introduced at the very beginning and can't make a mystery appearance halfway or at the end. That's to make a good mystery. Togami reminds me of Declan Akaba from Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V, but shorter. Is it the eyes? The shape of his eyes is very reminiscent of Yu-Gi-Oh! Eyes.
If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined.
Byakuya reminds me of Edgeworth. That's the attitude coming out. Yeah. The eyes and the glasses? Yeah, I see it.
So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I'm sorry. As much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Kyoko reminds me of Mia Fey. Yeah, the person who assists you in the cases to help you solve them. Yep.
Yeah, I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all of this. Uh-oh. Library desk lamp, status of the body, disappearing stain. Okay, let's hear everyone's statements.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
Get some seconds out of this.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up.
Okay, so
You
the two
killed
words are I'm not the culprit and her MO. You know who Monokuma reminds me of? Manfred von Karm. Okay. Is Genocide Jack really the killer? I feel like something doesn't match up. That, I don't know how to compare that. Why do I have half a heart down?
Sorry,
Oh,
but I didn't
the words.
kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had
I'm gonna
alibi,
try status
that
of the
would change
body.
things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
Oh shoot. Oh gosh,
What
I
more
lost 10
proof
seconds from
do
that.
we need?
I messed up.
Give it up. You killed her.
I messed up. I've been having a hard
Sorry,
time
but I
shooting
didn't kill
words today.
anyone.
You say that, But do you really expect any of us to believe?
Perhaps if you had an alibi.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to the modus operandi matches, what more
No!
proof do we need?
Bianca, stop talking so fast.
Give it up.
You killed her.
I can slow it down. Yeah.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that.
But
What's
do you
spy?
really expect?
Perhaps if you had an alibi.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're...
When you compare your past murders to this
It doesn't
instance,
slow
the
down
modus
very long.
is completely.
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
J Racer, thank you for contributing to another baking stream.
Are the
Oh,
methods
and
of
another arts and
murder
crafts
really
stream.
exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things.
Celeste has a skill that increases your focus gauge, just so you know. Oh gosh, that's good to know. That's great to know. I brought up 3 relationship points on 3 different characters, and they just gave me skill points. I'm like, dudes, I need skills to use these points on. I'll work on Celeste on the next daily life stuff. Oh, thank you for that self-care package, J Racer. Human garbage, classy. Oh, if you want to know classy, there's a character in the 3rd game. I absolutely love him. I love his figures of speeches. Everyone stretch. I should have started with squats and then stretched. I just realized something. In red, it says the victim suffered multiple stab wounds across his body, believed to have been inflicted with the same scissors that were later used to attach the victim to the wall. I see. Okay, I see what Makoto is going to be pointing out. Posture check and a hydrate. Funny story, in the DR1 anime, Genocide Jill calls Byakuya ass face. I missed that. Wait, don't both sides of her personality like him? 5 bones cracked in the stretch. You're still looking her up on IMDb and no idea who she is. But that's a little annoying when, like, you know the voice, and you're just like, I can't quite place it. Wait a second, the victims are all boys, and Chihiro was a girl. I'm sure that's going to be brought up.
Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Chef Boyardee. I love ragu and Chef Boyardee. Okay, so if you look up Jinx, is it the same voice actress?
This is no creation of mine.
Sponsorship.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are 2 clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders: the victim's fatal injury, the style of the bloody message. Well, let's go with fatal injury first.
For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
Well, that looks like many pairs of scissors. Technicalities aside.
But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Yeah, are we talking Jinx from League or from Teen Titans? I love Terra too. Teen Titans was a good show. The newer one on Cartoon Network with them all chibi, it's, I don't know, it's just too wild and random for me. I like the old one with the plot line.
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Okay, she doesn't play Jinx, but she plays Jane.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
She's not the only one that compares work-related things to food. I would compare lab stuff to food, and people are like, "Great, now I don't want peanut butter anymore." Not a fan of the new Teen Titans. This doesn't exist in my mind. Only the original. Okay, we're of the same mindset there, J Racer. She just has that similar voice. The old show had a sad finale with Tara forgetting her relationship with Beast Boy. What? What? I haven't watched that far, apparently. Missed the old Teen Titans. The new Netflix live action one was okay. It was okay. I have that on my to-watch list. My to-watch list is also, like, infinitesimally large. That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. When she was suspended, how the body was posed, what was used.
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her?
Good morning, Bing. Or good afternoon. How is it going? It was enjoyable? Okay, so not recommended. Something about Starfire being like 40. Does she still does she act 40?
They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
No work for you today? Amazing. We're experiencing a snow day today. Any plans other than chores? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them.
You have to go into it knowing it's called Titans, and probably because they're not the cutesy teens from the animation. Oh, okay. All right. If you can think of it as them being older, then I guess that's what makes it that'll make it enjoyable. It's like going into Riverdale not thinking it's an Archie comic. You're gonna go sliding? That sounds like a great idea. There's enough snow out there to go sliding. Other than chores, I need to pick something up from the shops, but that can wait for now. Okay. Just some chilies for now. Absolutely just like Riverdale. Okay. I can go into a show that's inspired by another piece of work, not thinking that it's that piece of work, and just enjoy it for what it is. It's like, now this is probably like a bad example, but the Death Note movie, like if you can go in there not thinking it's Death Note, it's not that bad. But the other half of me says William Dafoe made that movie. William Dafoe saved the movie. I haven't watched Sabrina yet. I'm actually really behind on Riverdale. I've only watched the 2 first seasons. Sweet, sweet chilies. Enjoy the sweet chilies, Bing. Thank you for popping in. Enjoyed it, and the guy playing Beast Boy was cool, but eh. I'll have to watch it and judge it for myself.
Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I use my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's 2 differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac?
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
One more?
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
So confused. She was like, I'm not the killer, but I'm also a killer. She's not a killer in this particular case. Yes, she is a serial killer. She admits to that. But she is not the killer in this particular case.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Whoever made this game was super hungry. They were a foodie. Let's see. There was a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack victims, and Chihiro didn't fit it. I think I figured it out. I know why she couldn't have killed Chihiro. Was a girl.
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Ken Harada, 32, Tetsuhiro Honda, 17, Shoji Gaku, 23, Kano Issei, 14, Takeshi Yoshida, 30, Komatsuna Taro, Takefume Gono, Uchida Naoya, Takeshi Masumue, Yuta Yumashima. There was no end to it.
They were all guys?
Yep.
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
Her attraction to her victims is very similar to the attraction of the victims of, I forgot his name. I forgot his first name. Kira in JoJo's. He's attracted to, women. Those are the people that he kills.
The hell is wrong with you?
She's Gogo from Kill Bill.
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So, since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid.
We're back to Italian dishes.
I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
What do you mean?
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
Oh.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That's true. So perfect cop out of getting out being accused. Kill one person out of your style just to get away with it. That is a perfectly good way to get away to like get away with murder, if you will. But why do it in the first place? Just don't do it. I don't know.
That does make some amount of sense.
I don't know how a psychopath thinks.
Whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Meanwhile...
She's fully equipped!
I just want to point out that everything in our pocket was confiscated at the beginning of the game. We only found pocket lint in our pockets. What if you really want to murder? She seems like an artist, like she's dedicated to her trade. There's probably some obsessive compulsive disorder mixed in, like she has to do it a particular way. I don't know the psychology behind it. I don't understand psychopaths.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you, gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
In this situation, yes.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Oh, I know who it is. I know who it is. You. Oh, the one that's sweating.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records.
I didn't kill him. I don't even know how to do that. Oh, okay, fair. She's innocent. Moving on. I love her so much. Hi, MT. How is work?
Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
MT, do you want to do a few shoutouts for me? Just Mini Rush just ended. There can't be that many people coming in for what they need to come in for. There's a snowstorm. The MT? Yes, Jazz, that's the MT. Can you shout out J Racer, Bing, and Tipping Canoes?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Ah, that's where the falling in love part comes in.
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
The big guy has the face of a hamster.
Now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
The entire way he's acting is strange. And the locker rooms, they're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed, wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It seems nobody's searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say?
Yes.
The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Super duper strange. Why not start with the locker room you know is unlocked?
Okay then. What's so strange about it? Go ahead. Share with the rest of the class.
Thank you, MT. There was a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. A new element has been added. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Next, we're going to add something called a truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the X button, oh, yes, copying skills, got it. Then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck, have fun! MT, thank you for contributing to another baking stream. Catherine, thank you for contributing to another baking stream.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Before we found the body, okay.
But he was acting weird... how?
Like he knew where to go.
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room...
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first.
How did you
There was
know?
no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
What was the first? I forgot what the first sentence was. Hearing Byakuya's comment about Chihiro being a girl, I realized there's a clear contradiction there. Vix, thank you for contributing to another baking stream. Jazz, thank you for contributing to another arts and crafts stream. Guys, did we just meet the baking stream goal in like 2 weeks? Dang, I'm gonna have to plan that. I should go back to work. There's chicken you need to take out of the freezer for dinner tonight. Upstairs freezer. Gotcha. I do that. Thank you, MT. Have a good day at work. Drive safe. Please tell me when you're leaving. I don't know what these are, but I'm joining in. Vix is excited for the baking streams. I'll plan those out for you guys. We are roommates, yes. MT lives with me. Okay. So hearing Byakuya's comment about Chihiro being a girl, I realized there's a clear contradiction there. I already forgot what the first sentence was. I need to make that contradiction clear.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of
Before we found the body. Okay. I know what I need to do.
But he was acting weird. If you're presented with the opportunity, that's a natural reaction.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
So, of course, I would say there was no time for What's so strange? I wish you'd taken me with you.
Okay. And I'm gonna shoot.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind
Oh,
of
I'm pressing the wrong button again. X. Shoot it! Yes! No? Is it the other way around? Come on, Makoto, don't scare me like that. Makes me think something weird is going on. Whoops.
Shoot.
My bad. I'm sorry. It's the other way around.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird.
There's no white noise right now.
With the opportunity,
That's a natural reaction for
Do-do-do-do.
any guy.
The victim was Chihiro.
There we go.
No, it's wrong. I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was.
True cerveau, big brain.
So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit.
Me too. I can't wait for cons to be a thing again.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
What do you mean?
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
Well, there's a lot more to it.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between this case and other Genocide Jack murders, the evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there. What could it be? Oh gosh. I don't know. I'm Makoto. Makoto is the main protagonist. Oh gosh, what were my bullets?
What? The difference between the
Library
cases?
desk lamp, Celeste's account,
You want me to
disappearing
explain it
stain.
again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors.
Okay,
And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
okay.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right. It absolutely was.
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
It's not rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope
Liar.
before in my
Liar.
life.
Oh, shoot.
Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
Of course there's white noise. The proof that Byakuya did it is hidden within the rope. Play so many games I want to cosplay, but I can't. Oh my gosh, same. I just played Persona 5 and I'm like, I'm just gonna add someone else to my cost plan list. The girl with the red jacket also sounds familiar. Back to IMDb. The item she had been bound with was used like rope, but was it actually a rope? No, there was prongs on it, guy. My dude, use your eyes.
You want me to explain it? When I want to kill, I use my very own, and I use those same scissors to But
Chihiro was suspended. It was some kind of rope.
That's right. It absolutely was.
Then there must
Note to self, there's white noise.
fishy and
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen rope before in my life. Obviously,
My
somebody
focus
else must
is
have had it hidden
not.
away somewhere.
Oh, it's. I was gonna say it's 3 stars. No way. It doesn't last very long.
what? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it? When I want to kill, I use my very own, and I use those same scissors to arrange. But Chihiro, it was some kind of rope.
That's right. It absolutely was.
then there must be something very fishy.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before.
No! I'm not using my
Obviously,
buttons right.
somebody else must have had
Okay,
it
I got
hidden
4
away
minutes.
somewhere.
What? The difference between the
Whoops.
cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own, and I use those same scissors to arrange them up. But Chihiro, it was some kind of rope.
That's right. It absolutely was.
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
Mondo's voice, I hear him everywhere too.
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Aw, man!
Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
My dexterity sucks.
What? The difference between the... You want me to explain it? When I want to kill, I use my very own, and I use those same scissors to arrange... But Chihiro, it was some kind of rope.
That's right. It absolutely was.
Then there must be something...
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Again! I know I
Obviously,
can slow
somebody
down.
else
I'm
must
not
have
using
had
it
it
to my
hidden away
advantage.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my... And I use those same scissors to
Whoops.
arrange the body. But
Chihiro was
2 minutes, 50
suspended
seconds.
with- It was some kind of rope.
That's right. It absolutely was.
then there must be something...
Hey, Byakuya,
Where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before.
Shoot it! Shoot it! Yep,
No, it's wrong.
I got it. I did it. Thank God.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
what? An extension cord?
Guys, did no one look at the finish on the rope?
Byakuya, you've used the extension
Am I the only
cord
one
in
that knows how to
library
use
more
my
than
eyes?
Once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder.
Fishy.
And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's what I'm saying.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
That's what I summed up so far. He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned, as if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved?
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second?
It's too easy.
I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait, what was that just now? Something's not right. Byakuya's remarks just now, there's something in there that concerns me. Genocide Jack's presence, yeah, that disturbs me. The scene of the crime, the extension cord, the scene of the crime bothers me.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that.
Yeah, she was found dead.
How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later.
What is the name of the red jacket girl? Aoi... something. Yasuhina. No. Yasuhina? No, Yasuhiro. It's Aoi. They call her Hina.
Along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up till now, maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. I need to just focus on those things that got switched. The poster and the carpet. But we can't pick both.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange?
I mean, I fancy looking at big boobs.
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado.
Why not?
Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
It's a boy band. Of course it belongs in the boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms.
Nothing fishy here.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein.
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that that stain was scrubbed away. It was moved. Hold up. I have a picture for this boys' locker room carpet. Here, I found your stain.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
The secondary question is, if the murder took place in the boys' locker room, how did they end up in the girls' locker room?
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
Oh, yeah?
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gone into the boys' locker room somehow? I don't know if he's right. He hasn't said what his assumption was. Celeste's hair must take so much work to get together in the morning. That curling iron gotta be putting in work. That's why she's always late for breakfast. Props to the person who can recreate a wig that looks like her hair. Broken e-handbook?
Is it really possible?
What do I have? Boys'
Could
locker room
Chihiro
carpet,
really have
broken
gotten into the
e-handbook,
boys'
2 locker
room
room posters.
somehow?
Okay. It's
I've
probably
got
a
it.
broken e-handbook, but I gotta see what the
She must
statements
have
are.
hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Oh,
Huh? What thing?
the broken e-handbook?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
But it's broken.
If she had that,
That's
she
probably
could
the
get into
contradiction.
the boys' locker room, no problem.
Hi, Maribel. How is it going? Theoretically, if Chihiro was able to use Leon's handbook, she could get into the boys' locker room. But that's if she was able to use it.
Is it
I am
really
at chapter
possible?
2. This is case number 2.
Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah, I've got it. She must have hacked her e-handbook.
I don't think she can hack it. She's a
was the
programmer.
ultimate
He's got a
programmer,
point.
after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about...
No, it's wrong. No.
We
I
must
don't
be
think
like
Chihiro
halfway through the
used
trial, I
Leon's
think.
handbook.
Now we're trying to figure out where the true crime scene took place.
Why not?
Can't hack it as a programmer. No, you don't think so?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
I was just about to comment on the fact that he's just like, oh, okay, I was wrong. Let's keep going.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
No, there is a regulation against borrowing your loaning out your handbook and not borrowing someone else's.
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup! Hit the nail square on the noggin!
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
If it were broken, I'd assume it doesn't work at all.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
The bear did it. You're onto something, Jazz.
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just... wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
It's too bad we don't have her handbook.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. You're gonna kill us all. Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya is the one who did it? Really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second.
Oh, Kyoko coming in to save the day.
I agree with you, though. I think
Well-
you're on the right track.
Chihiro identifies as a female.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
She identifies as a coffee stain on the girls' locker room floor.
Well, to explain that,
She just vaporized there. That's what happened.
why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Take a break? Is that allowed?
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was the scene of the murder.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
Ah, she wants to show us something everyone missed, apparently. It's supposed to be recording, but my friend is still sleeping, so I get to watch her stream and have fun. I'm glad you're having fun, and it sounds like you brought your thinking cap.
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands? No way!
Pervert.
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just... based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
Sakura's like, bunch of pansies, I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
No, she's legit the only one who wants to volunteer for something crucial to the investigation.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
My thinking cap is a helmet because thinking is dangerous.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but...
Oh yeah, Genocide Jill makes her first appearance in this trial.
What? This is... What is this...
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy!
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
Maybe. I think that might be what happened.
What?
You're
Plot
joking,
twist.
right?
This changes everything. Breaking news. Plows will be deployed once 30% of cars are in the ditch. Can people not drive in the ditch, please? Please drive carefully during these winter storms. Sakura looks like she should be facing Broly in the DBZ universe. Maybe that's who her arch nemesis is.
I wouldn't joke about this.
Magma just having to say Sakura's best girl. I still blame the bear. Oh, we can blame the bear for many things.
Then
You have an idea who it could be?
it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Then he was a cross-dresser? Oh, no, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting.
So we can take out Makoto for the one, and I feel like we can take Byakuya out too, so that leaves the others. Yeah. Magma.
Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Okay, so knowing that Chihiro's
I do
e-handbook
apologize for
would
keeping
say
you
that
waiting.
they are male
Now then,
changes
let's
everything.
resume the class trial.
That narrows it down to all the guys, because we can assume that the murder took place in the boys' locker room.
We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. The thought had never even crossed my
And because the
mind.
victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
Who does that leave for the murder? Byakuya, I think he's out because he didn't realize that it took place somewhere else. Fortune teller guy, Hiro. Biker dude, Mondo. Hifumi, the Dojin writer. What are the other males? Makoto. I don't think it's Makoto because the main pro tag. And the bear. Oh, that leaves Mondo, Hifumi, and Ishimaru. About him? Who's him?
So Chihiro
Oh,
really
Taka.
was killed in the
Oh, wait,
boys'
Ishimaru.
locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
The bear did it.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
What if I was the killer? That would be a twist.
This is the most titillating situation!
You think it's fried hair guy? Why?
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
No, you hadn't forgotten about fried-haired guy. You said Mondo. That's who we're referring to. His hair looks like he dipped it in oil for frying. You think it's Mondo or Taka?
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
No, I accused him of positioning the body.
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's
Weak
enjoying
guy?
the solving the mystery.
You mean Hero? Oh, you're the second person that said that he looks like he's under the influence. Play without glasses seems like it would mean thing to challenge depending on your prescription. Hang on. These are thinned 3 times. That's how thick my prescription is. Pretty bad. It's worse in the right eye. Still wondering how much avocado oil he used to fry his hair. Quarter of a bottle? Maybe he goes through 2 bottles a week? It's okay, I have bad eyes too. Hardcore astigmatism? I'm very nearsighted. Things have to be like this close for me to see them. I feel like Hifumi hasn't hit the amount of screen time where he could become a culprit or die, so I'm leading to Mondo or Taka. That's an interesting way to look at it. The amount of screen time that they have per case. That's something to take into consideration.
The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
If you're willing to take breaks from staring at things close up, you can improve your eyesight. Really? You can like train your eyes to be better?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt.
Not being creepy. I've just been working for an optometrist for 3 years. No, that's fine. It's fine to be not confused. Oh my gosh, I can't speak words, let alone shoot words. Interested in something that you're practicing in. No one can go through shampoo and conditioner like Sephiroth does. I agree. He got long, flowy locks. Oh, happened to be doing a module about glasses at this very point in time? What a coinky dink. My sister did it. She wears a much lower prescription than she ever has. It's so cool. Interesting. You'd have to like share what her exercises were with me.
He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you.
Yeah, you're like sweating.
And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy.
Can someone just make a Pantene commercial featuring Sephiroth? So that's kind of bad to do, though. You're not fixing your eyesight as much as training your brain to auto-correct the vision, which is very bad for your brain and will give you hella headaches. Interesting. I had a feeling Sayaka would die. I mean, Makoto said, "I will protect you, I promise," and they had a lot of screen time, so I felt like she would die or be a culprit. Ooh, foreshadowing. Yeah, that is foreshadowing at its greatest. Never worn my glasses and have 20/20 vision, and now I'm in my 30s, found out why I shouldn't have. Worn your glasses or not worn your glasses?
If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but...
Okay, nope, that's fair.
It's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct, for the time being.
For the time being?
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
You just stumbled upon it and decided to play dress up with it? That doesn't sound right. That sounds dirty out of context.
Are you with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
He's too high up there to use vulgar terms.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say?
He just Wait, hang on. He just happened to stumble upon it in the girls' locker room? How did he even stumble into the girls' locker room?
Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
It wasn't me. I was in electrical.
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
They're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
Oh yeah, the killer gets executed if they get caught. He looks kind of sus.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility.
It wasn't me. I was sick that day.
Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
Pretty sure Mondo has had pretty much decent amount of screen time, and Taka is the same, and he has been doing a lot in the past cases too. Yeah, Taka's been participated a lot in the last case as well, but I can see why the ultimate moral compass would have a lot of screen time, like bringing up morality to the school, not the school, his classmates, and keeping order. I can see why.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
It wasn't me. I was out hunting monsters that day. I was playing Monster Hunter that day.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Yeah, we have a lot of suspects. But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer is a guy.
I got it!
Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Oh, there's more to work on. Library desk lamp, disappearing stain, Celeste's account.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Yes.
Well, clues are
I just
one
have to
thing,
find the right
but
prompt.
Did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Oh.
Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over.
Oh.
It's all over.
Okay, maybe there's something
You
else.
wanna know who
Celeste
saw the
has
victim?
info.
The killer. And only the killer.
Lies.
No, it's wrong! I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
I feel like because he has been doing a lot of normal things that he should do, helping people out, making sure everything is going good and stuff like that, gives us more reason to have the affection to him when he dies. Taka? I agree. I love Taka. As annoying as he is, he's a really good kid. I'm really bad at Monster Hunter too. I gave up on Monster Hunter. I'm so bad at it.
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Not really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
Don't give up, you just need the right support. I think it's really like the button commands that I really can't wrap my head around.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Hey, the e-handbook and the duffel bag is missing. What if they're together? I tried Rise. Roommate is in BC for 2 weeks. Oh my. Cool to have a stream on, give someone to talk with. This game wants you to like a character and then kill them because this game wants you to suffer. That is such a mood. It's so true. The Switch one. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry. Whoops, I lost my Chihiro voice
told me
there.
He was in a hurry.
I love Chihiro too.
But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Ooh, what a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
Did anyone else see him?
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
What?
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
Yeah, that's a stretch. Who do you think would keep their secret? I'll admit, as an experienced player, the series has never been good at explaining everything, but it has gotten slightly better with later games like World and Rise. I might just need to try again and like actually have the patience and time to try it out. This is a problem that I have on doing things on my own time, is I give up within the hour. God dang it, I can't decide between these two. Right, I'm torn. So I'm torn. Maribel, thank you for that follow. I really do appreciate it. I'm torn between Taka and Mondo, and I don't know how to narrow it down.
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
But where were they disposed of? Did anyone find them? Does the bear have it?
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from.
So there was a blue tracksuit sleeve sticking out of the duffel bag, but isn't blue like the standard male uniform in a school? It's not a pick up and learn quick sort of game, it's one of learning over time. Having friends to play with definitely helps make learning things easier. I can see that. And maybe now that I have my own Switch, I can practice with MT and Magma more. Whereas like before, we were all sharing the same Switch. Started with Monster Hunter World not knowing a thing about the franchise, so that made it harder to understand what's going on. I think they're all pretty standalone, no? The bear is not allowed to do anything to mess with the game. It is not allowed. The rules say so. Yeah, the bear works as the judge in these cases and can't tamper or participate in the murders per se.
Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow it's really hard to believe. No, she didn't say the color, but in the drawing, it was sticking out. Library desk lamp disappearing stain Celeste account.
First of all,
I probably
we
need to
know where
copy
Chihiro
something.
Was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
Okay.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
What do you mean?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
Maybe.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Whoa, 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 whoa!
My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
This exercising sucks.
She didn't say what color it
I have
was.
a white tracksuit, personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did everyone get a tracksuit?
Did any of that
Except
really
Hifumi?
help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
Are you saying there's something off about what someone just said? Yes, yes, there
First of
is.
all, we know where Chihiro was
Hang on, I
headed.
want to see something. Celeste's account. On the night of the murder, right before nighttime, Chihiro was spotted leaving the warehouse. It seems she was stuffing some blue exercise clothes into a duffel bag. Presumably, she was on her way to exercise, but the clothes were not found at the crime scene. She only told me this. She didn't say that out loud, right?
He was on his way to go exercise.
So next we have, why did he choose this?
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! It matched the one the culprit.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit?
Yeah, yeah. He didn't say, she didn't say it.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Does that mean the bear can't be the killer? Yeah, the bear can't be the killer. Had two friends to play with and learn from who both started with the very first Monster Hunter on PS2 and play every game in the franchise. So it's a game that they like to play. But someone is going to say the color and mess up. Hey, look, someone said the color and messed up. Mondo's hair just it kind of looks like corn a little bit. Like burnt corn or wild corn. I'm crying if it's Mondo, I swear to God. Let's hope it's not Mondo.
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
I saw him stuffing a tracksuit. I saw him stuffing a tracksuit into a duffel bag, and then I assume he headed off to exercise.
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you? You just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
She didn't say the color.
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just...
Kind of looks like an armadillo.
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it.
No, they're missing.
The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Cherry?
Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
He really blew it.
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night.
When?
He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag.
Yeah, Taka and Mondo were bros.
If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Yeah.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it?
Dang, Kyoko. To come up with that bluff on the fly, though?
Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he talked, the way he was acting, because I hate him. Oh gosh, the way he was talking?
There was a
No?
certain turning
Yes?
point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude.
He did say dude had an inferiority complex. I did pick up on that. I can't see either of them cry. Aw.
Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
Did you notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're
She's a
positively
witch.
frightful.
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
Say no. Say you didn't do it.
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Oh yeah, he never presented it.
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
It might be. Any information is good information.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
Yeah, it could have. He could be framed. This is true.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Is it Chihiro's? You found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to, oh gosh, it's mine. I don't know. Is it Chihiro's?
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Hifumi will forever be Hamster Kid. He looks like a monkey. I just happened to find it on the ground.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
It's busted and won't turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
Oh snap, he broke it the same way that he broke the other one.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere?
Can you tell us how they can be broken?
How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
How did the handbook break? There's only one possible explanation. Oh god. A weak point?
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness.
Honey Nut Cheerios. Yum. Rats love Cheerios. All the rats that we had in class, that was like their treat. We couldn't give them too many or they'd get fat. Be safe, Mirabelle.
You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
Ooh, does that situation sound familiar? My sister was in a lab during school and told me that, so I gave Hugo Cheerios to see and he was jumping around everywhere. They love Cheerios. They're so freaking cute for them. Case 2 already? Yes, chicken. Case number 2.
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Oh.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around.
I need a fact check on that.
So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
I don't know if it works on wild New York rats, J-Racer.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Say someone who accidentally broke theirs the same way?
meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
Say, during a sweat-off?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke?
They're cute and social. They are. They love food. They really do. They really do. Hugo was looking at me when I had an apple, so I showed him to let him smell it, and he took a baby bite. Oh my goodness, precious bean.
They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I do. I know one, maybe two people.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Oh, Taka knows what I'm gonna say. Who might have brought their handbook into the sauna? Really, it could only have been one person. The person who went in completely dressed during the sweat-off.
Here's my answer.
I took my
Mondo,
handbook into the
your
sauna.
handbook
It
got
was
broken in the
chicken
sauna,
all
didn't it?
along. Aw, that's one thing that rats are prone to. Domestic rats are prone to upper respiratory disorders and tumors, sadly. They have similar lifespan, or no, they have twice the lifespan of a hamster, I guess. A hamster lives like 1 or 2 years, and a rat could live like maybe 2 or 3.
What?
I'd love to have a domestic rat. I couldn't have one when I lived with my mom because she doesn't like rodent faces. Like I brought up, can we have a hedgehog? And she's like, no, it looks too much like a rat. So a rat was out of the question.
What? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Does it? What do I have? Broken e-handbook. Oh gosh, always account Genocide Jack case file to Heroes e-handbook card reader. I don't know. What statements do we have?
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Does it though? Can you show it to me?
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
I don't know if I shoot wrong against my handbook is fine. Even I don't want to believe Mondo might have actually killed someone, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then you broke your own handbook.
Whoops.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oh, yes,
No,
okay.
that's wrong.
Welcome back, Maribel.
Mondo,
This game
the
is so
handbook you
good.
have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
Show it to me.
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's.
Got yourself some tomatoes. Yum.
Which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
Cherry tomatoes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch.
What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong.
Got some from our home and put some salt on it. Homegrown. Yum.
You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear. and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Do we do the comic strip before we do the really bad rhythm game? Oh gosh. Okay, so Chihiro went to the warehouse. Celeste saw him. Duffel bag. Duffel bag. Duffel bag? Where is it? Duffel bag. That goes here. Leaves. Goes into the boys' locker room. Where's the door to the boys' locker room? Oh, this one. Sees Mondo. I don't know, he was probably like lifting weights or something. Oh wait, hang on. This goes here. This goes here. Hey dude. Sorry I'm late. I don't know, he was lifting weights. Smack. This doesn't go here. Can I just throw that away? That's from the other case. I'm looking for the head injury. It's not here. Maybe this goes here. Splatters onto the poster. Rolls up the carpet. What else do I have here? Oh, rolls up the carpet, takes down the poster. A bloody hammer. What's this? I don't know what this is. Needs to get into the room. Somehow. Girls' locker room. Goes inside. That's Byakuya. I don't know, puts up the posters? Okay, then Byakuya stumbles upon them. I don't think I don't know what this is. Maybe the hammer was supposed to go there and not the carpet? I'll go through it again. If there's a picture that doesn't make sense, I'll just switch it out. Grabs the cord, ties her up. Writes the note. Goes to the sauna. Tosses it in there and it breaks. I guess this is a broken handbook? I can't really tell what this is. Okay, let's go from start to finish. Still sad it's not the bear. It can't be the bear. I ended it really quickly. You have yet to see an execution. J-Racer, I have a feeling you're probably gonna enjoy this one. Just because, anyways, you'll see, you'll see. It might have been the poster part. Okay, y'all let me know if this makes sense. So Chihiro went to the warehouse. Celeste saw him. Saw that there was a tracksuit in the duffel bag. Stuffs it away, runs away, goes to the... scans into the boys' locker room. Meets Mondo. Mondo was doing, I don't know, arm day. And then kills him, splat on the poster. Drops the dumbbell. Rolls up the carpet, takes down the poster, grabs the body, goes to the girls' locker room. He probably grabbed either Sayaka or Junko's key card to go inside. Puts up the poster, lays down the body. Now it kind of looks like Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room. Byakuya stumbles upon Chihiro's body, goes to grab the cording, ties her up, puts up the bloody sign that says bloodlust. Then Mondo goes to the sauna, tosses the e-handbook in there, and I'm assuming this is a broken e-handbook? I don't know what this picture is, actually. first case for me was like hook for the game. I was bamboozled on who did it. Really? I thought the first case was really obvious for the sake of it being the first case and getting a handle on what the mechanics are. Feel like this Peter should should be the hammer instead of, but I might be wrong. That actually makes more sense than what I had in mind. We'll find out. We'll reenact it. If any of the panels are wrong, he'll say, "Oh wait, that's not it," and then I think you restart. Like it'll clear all the buttons from that point.
The killer is you.
It kind of looks like a letter, but like I want to put a broken handbook there. I figured it was poster. I was like, pizza? Who's pizza? Like maybe alerting people of the murder or something? There wasn't such a thing.
Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste?
Okay, so far we're good.
With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Okay.
Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him.
Tomatoes. He sounds like Steve from what?
It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him.
Okay.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Oh, that's why I don't know.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet.
What if it was an accident?
Then, removing the bloody poster. And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall.
Accessible to everyone, apparently. I thought the blood hammer might have been there, but the poster is more logical. Yeah, no, the reason why I didn't think it was the dumbbell is because it was present in another panel.
Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it.
Camo pants guy often cosplayed. Ah, gotcha. That's Steve.
With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
Dang, that must have taken a lot of work.
That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene...
I'd like to know how he stumbled on the crime scene. Like, the girls' locker room happened to be open, and he was like, oh, hey, I just feel like going in here right now at this most opportune moment.
He went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body,
That's a really long extension cable.
Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
Also, he must have stumbled upon the body either like really soon after it happened or a really long time after it happened, because like doesn't rigor mortis sit in? How did he get her in such a perfect position?
And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence.
Okay, that is a handbook.
And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
Aw, I don't want it to be Mondo.
Wait. No. This can't be right.
He's supposed to bring me out on a bike ride when we leave.
Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence?
Yeah, the lighting made it look like a letter, but it could have been the screen buzzing out.
You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Evidence that Mondo is the killer that already revealed itself earlier in the trial. All I have to do is check that one item of his and everything will become clear. A new element? Sure. Let's talk a little bit about fever time and nega time. Excuse me? During a bullet time battle, if you press the R button, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can push A however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. You mean I can actually press the button to the beat? But this only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got access to special time, right? So we've also prepared something called nega time that your opponent can use. If the opponent activates nega time during the bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm, especially when the rhythm is off to begin with. The rhythm game in this one is not great. If you were to activate fever time at this point, no, never mind, I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use nega time. Well then, good luck and have fun! Hi, K-Dad, how is it going?
Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen.
This rhythm is so bad.
I refuse to vote. You're wrong. I won't listen.
Hey, I'm doing pretty good.
You're corrupt. Show me some evidence.
Oh god.
I won't listen.
Oh god.
You're corrupt.
How do I do it again?
I refuse to vote. False. Show me some evidence.
I'm doing good.
I refuse to vote.
Excellent. A broken handbook. Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it.
This should prove it.
Show me your handbook. Thank you for that follow, K-Dad. I really do appreciate it. How are we doing today?
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that,
We don't gotta do that.
Aw.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
It's almost more heartbreaking when he admits it. You just ate all the tomatoes? Aw. How did we do? 1,007 points. Out of how many? We screwed up a few times. Still got an A. I'm gonna spend all those coins.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around?
Bro, no.
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
It was Byakuya. It was Mondo.
What?
Uh-oh, this time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was... Mondo Awada. In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way he would kill someone. Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? 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 Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the B button to fast forward the text. No, I want to hear what actually happened. Actually, do I want to hear it? It might be some twisted love story that he comes up with. I feel like Taka's gonna be depressed. Yeah. But Taka voted for himself or Byakuya. Probably. I don't know who he voted for, but he couldn't bring himself to vote for Mondo. They're bros. They bonded in that sauna. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy, but no matter how tightly he oops, wrong voice. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair, and yet...
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I don't really want to talk about it right now. But I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Ooh, they totally bonded in the sauna. Bonded. My sister said that she watched the anime and he voted for himself. I'm not sure if she's right or not. I don't think it's really said in the game. Which voice? For Monokuma or for Chihiro? Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action, and so... That day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body, but sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to...
that's right.
It was me. Yep, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were, so Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret.
Uh-huh.
Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. Though the wrong name is here. This is the wrong name. This sounds like a Monokuma line. Monokuma, that one. I would square up to anyone who makes fun of Chihiro for being who they are, right? He doesn't have to be ashamed for who he is. That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret? Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So, he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. Aw, I think it was an accident, honestly. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed...
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone? It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while you're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know?
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his brother. So much for not telling anyone. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daiwa Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daiwa that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang, and before anyone knew it, he had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daiwa, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his #2, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy, but when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. No, people have to, like, honestly, like, mind your own business. Just feel like, I want to know what Leon and Sayaka's secret would have been. I'm curious to know what it would have been. Sayaka would have probably been, like, a deep, dark secret related to, like, how she got so popular, because she mentioned that she did things that, like, she's done bad things to get where she's been. I mean, she was about to frame Makoto for murder just to get out. That's how desperate she can get. I'm curious how she got where she is. Leon, I don't know what a secret would have been. A secret that Leon wouldn't want to tell anyone. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they fledged out the characters that much. Oh, I think I missed some text. Daiwa created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of other members of the gang, which is why...
I
gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daiwa. Once, just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. Crazy Diamond. Oh, that's the name of the gang. I was like, what? Who's a Crazy Diamond? But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. Why? But suddenly, he saved his life. That was totes an accident. Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I effed up. Sorry. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daiwa never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. 'Cause it's the team, you and me, put together. It's a promise between men. Ugh. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang, in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident, and as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Daiwa was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother. I'm strong.
A body has been discovered!
A body has been discovered. Hi, MT. Welcome back. Have to go. Have a great stream. Thank you for popping in, Maribel. Have a good night. Strong, 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 strong. And yet... As soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why... Mondo... After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think of or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden? Huh? Because, I mean, you've kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us?
You piece of...
So what, you're saying I should say it?
What?
You're saying if I really
What?
am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? You're closing at noon. Nice. So you're gonna be home early? Please drive safe. I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I'd never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong? Are you messing with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Oh, what's wrong?
Damn
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted
No,
to...
I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Strong, 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 strong. Stronger than you.
Son of a
and
bitch.
stronger than Daiwa. I don't remember anything after that. Oh, I wanted it to be an accident. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand and I was just staring at him down on the ground. Hey.
I killed him.
Killed him.
I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid all that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned to him cold-blooded. God damn it.
Look at him. You see, you're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't.
Just shut up. Go ahead, say that again. I dare you.
Yep. Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching.
Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution?
Well now,
That's what I promised you, right? The Blacken that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Oh, hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Awada, the ultimate biker gang leader.
No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I said wait.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Sadness. Game over. Mondo has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. The ultimate betrayal. Look, tigers. The cage of death. Doesn't sound like a good time. I like how Monokuma also has a pompadour. He got turned into butter. 2 times the fat. turned him into butter. You know, Redacted must have everybody's death plan and set up just in case in large underground chambers, probably. He has like 15 different executions? That wasn't what I thought would happen. What do you think would have happened?
Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace.
It can't be. My brother. His bro. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Something more disturbing, like a horror movie? They're not that graphic. They're not that graphic. The first execution, it was the ultimate baseball star, and you know those machines that throw the baseballs at a batting cage? It shot like 1,000 of them at him, something like that. The executions aren't as graphic as you would expect. Taka's not okay. As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game. Yakuya?
What is this?
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do, because this game is life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response, except that I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library, as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule, too? That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. Oh, that's where the convenience comes in. Something more disturbing, like a horror movie, not something I would see in a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Do you really not expect that from this franchise, though, after everything you've seen? After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. Whoa, you mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well...
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene? But damn, man, if we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Yakuya turned and looked in my eye. Looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become Blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for. Great. If he becomes Blackened, I'll probably be the one that dies. Who's right? It would be so boring.
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
Oh, I'm up next?
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is why?
Do you like them? But you know this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
You're exaggerating.
I'm not exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
What do you mean?
Mean? Mean? Mean?
What the heck?
Mean. Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
Ooh, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this was the start of a terrifying friendship.
Shut up, I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up!
Ooh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash bub for you.
I swear whatever it takes, I will kill you.
Temper, temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap.
I like naps. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair. You don't exactly see trailers or announcements for it unless you follow the franchise.
Anyway, like
True.
I was saying,
Who is this mysterious person you're talking to?
this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot.
Also, how are you playing with that string if you have no fingers?
Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring?
What? Oh, Sayaka.
Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match.
I am questioning Monokuma, yes.
But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Are your measurements round? Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh. My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but... Super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied! Because you see, that's my ace in the hole.
I don't think he's telling us. Or whoever this person is.
And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
What is the meaning of this exchange, I wonder? End of chapter 2. We're down to 10 students. To be continued.